Okay, are you guys ready to do a little bit of a read aloud? This time we're going to use Epic because I thought it would be a great chance for you to see how to use this resource. When you go to Epic, if you click on Explore, you see tons of options. They're all sorted out by things you have been reading, some things that have been popular, top picks, award winners. You can also, if you want to, if you hover over Explore, look at specific kinds of stories. So maybe you want a fairy tale, or maybe you want nonfiction. Maybe you're really interested in reading a nonfiction book and you want to make it specific. You'd like to learn more about our solar system or animals and habitats. There's lots of different ways that you can find exactly the book that you want or just explore lots of options. I know the title of the book that I want to read to you today, so I just type it into the search bar and look for it, and there it is. So if you have a book you'd really like to read, there's a chance it's not on Epic, of course, but that's a good option if you want to see, like, oh, I know I saw a scaredy squirrel on here. Put it in the search bar and you can go straight to it. So I chose Leyla. Let's look at the description. I think you'll get an idea of why. It says, Leyla is sick of her big, loud, overbearing family, but after running away and getting some quiet, she's ready to face their noise and love. I know some of us are getting a little tired of being around maybe certain family members, being around the same people day after day. It can be frustrating, even though you love them. So I thought this would be a good story. So let's get started with Leyla. Leyla has a mother and father, and 9 aunts and 23 cousins. That's too many. Look at her face. They always want to hug and kiss her. Yuck! Mwah! They always want to groom her. She's not even dirty. Scratch, 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 scratch. They are always busy, always fussy, always noisy. She's trying to take a nap. Something I want to point out too, that's awesome about Epic. If you come across a word where you're like, how do you say that? If you hover on it and click,
fussy.
There you go. It reads it aloud for you and explains what it means. So Leyla ran away. She ran until she couldn't see them anymore. She ran and ran until she couldn't smell them anymore. She ran and ran and ran until she couldn't hear them anymore. It was so quiet. Nothing around but Leyla. And some sharp rocks. Ouch! And a lizard. Eee! What a beautiful lizard. I'm Leyla. What's your name? The lizard didn't answer. I hurt my foot. Do you want to kiss it to make it better? The lizard opened one eye. Shh, he said. I'm busy. You're not doing anything, said Leyla. I am very busy doing nothing. How do you do nothing? Well, said the lizard, to do nothing, you sit perfectly still. Feel the sun on your skin. Listen to the leaves rustling in the wind and the insects buzzing in the air and think of nothing at all. Now, close your eyes. When Leyla opened her eyes, the lizard was in the same spot, but the sun was on the other side of the sky. That means a lot of time has passed, right? She suddenly missed her family. It was time to go home. Can I come back and do nothing with you again? She asked. You can, said the lizard, as he closed his eyes. I'm always around. Leyla turned around and ran. She ran until she could hear them again. She ran and ran until she could smell them again. She ran and ran and ran until she could see them again. There they were, her family. She told them about her adventure. I ran and ran. It was so hot. The grass was this tall. She told them she met a lizard. He was this big. They thought she was very brave and wanted to know if she was all right. Then she remembered, I hurt my foot. Would you kiss it to make it better? They all wanted to kiss it to make it better. That night, in her mother's arms, Leyla didn't mind the noise. She remembered the sun and the breeze, the leaves and the insects, and the lizard's voice telling her to close her eyes and think of nothing at all. But from then on, whenever it all got to be a bit too much, she went to see the lizard, and the lizard was always there. That's the end. So, I love that story because it does go to show even taking a small break sometimes is all it takes to get back to the people you love or maybe calm yourself down. She could have gone with that lizard and maybe showed him some of our breathing exercises too, right? So, I'm gonna close up Epic. That's the story, Leyla. I think it's quite sweet. We then, if I had just read a book to myself, I want to point out too, it would be time to maybe do some reading response bingo. I've seen you guys doing this in your journal, and also had some recordings of people telling me about a question. Now I could go through this character reminds me of somebody I know because reminds me of myself because I sometimes get annoyed with the people I'm around and also sometimes really just hold still and listen and feel and try not to think about too much and feel much better afterwards. Maybe you could choose I like the way the author wrote this story. I like the little bits of repetition, and I also really enjoy at the end when she tells the story and kind of makes it a little bit more exciting than it was. Maybe I could write, what is the problem that the character has and how does he or she solve it? That's perfect for this story. Leyla is really tired of being around her family all the time and how noisy and busy and picky they are. And so she goes away and takes a little break. She meets a lizard. She learns how to quiet her mind, and then she comes back and she's okay again. So any of these would be great options to answer after reading Leyla. Remember, you can write it down in a journal, or you can talk to someone about it, or send it to me. I'd love it. Maybe you now can think about what you would choose to answer about Leyla. Thanks, you guys.